Guys, what is going on? Welcome back to your favorite place to be. We're back here on Cryptocurrency Theory, and we're talking about a couple different things. Give you guys some insights on what I've been investing in, and kind of my current thought where the general market, stocks, crypto, and things could be headed. So first off, obviously, you guys have been reading the news. We kind of all scanned through it, being crypto people, and I saw the World Liberty Financial Token. I think I don't know what the ticker is, WLF maybe, I don't know. But guys, these tokens that are created by politicians, it's kind of not really what we want in crypto, okay? And I didn't even read as far into it. You might say, dude, you don't know anything about it. It's Donald Trump, man. It's going to the moon. I don't really think so, guys, because if you notice, these are just private placements for people to dump, being the people who have the private placement able to dump on you and I, the investor. That ain't gonna fucking happen here, especially not here on this channel, guys, because we always see through the bullshit, because we've been in enough bullshit where we can smell it from, a million blocks back, something like that. So my point is, guys, is a lot of these tokens, like I said, you're gonna see with this loosened crypto policy that a lot of people are going to try to create tokens and try to say, oh, it's for the Wall Street Journal. We're going to tokenize this. We're going to tokenize that. And what you're going to find is that people are not going to make money off these, because the whole process of how these tokens are listed is very scammy. And it's a bit ridiculous, guys, knowing that the United States president is kind of like front line and center. And you'd be like, dude, I thought you were pro crypto. Don't you want a pro crypto president? No, I want a president that is pro people, okay? And this whole recent thing with the government shutdown this last week, where people were talking about, it's so weird, because the whole bill that the Democrats made is the whole bill the Republicans are trying to vote to continue on. And the Democrats are pretending as if the bill is something they no longer want, even though Nancy Pelosi was the whole person who derived the bill back, I think, in 2017. I don't know, you have to check the date. So these politicians play a puppet game, right? One person's on the left, one person's on the right, but really the mind is in the middle, right? The puppeteer is controlling all this, and you could say that's Elon Musk. You could say it's other people. Yeah, there's so many hierarchies of, this is like the modern day Montagues and fucking what is it, the Montagues and the Capulets from the Shakespeare. It's literally the same thing. It's just in modern day tense. So my point is like, a lot of these tokens will fail. A lot of people will lose money on them. It'll be like a whole new era of pump and dumps based on certain figures, political figures, Hollywood actors, singers. We've seen the Hawk Tuohy girl token. We've seen football players promote this stuff, and it always ends the same way, with the investor, the little guy, getting hurt. And that's what's so funny about crypto, guys, is because the original founders were kind of in the opposite realm, even though they were doing kind of the same thing. Because on the back end, the coins and tokens that they were dumping ended up resurrecting and coming back and achieving higher values, where if you look at the Dogecoin creators, they would have if they just would have held their Doge, it's even like, Roger Ver making money off selling all that Bitcoin, and now he's in this tax fraud thing. Like, if you just would have held the Bitcoin, you can always look at it looking back saying the same thing on it. Like, just the real tokens that are based on math, that aren't just these speculative tokens. And again, I don't know what this World Liberty Financial Token, it might be a Solana token, it might be an ERC20 token, it might be its own blockchain. I didn't have to look into it too much to realize that I'm not for it, because I can just see the names behind it, and I can just say that that's everything not crypto. That's not what I signed up for. If Donald Trump is doing deals with, CZ in the background, and, that's great. We'll see how many people make money off the tokens that are created in the future. And I think it'll be less and less. I honestly think that probably moving into the future, guys, crypto probably will continue to be mainstream, but the gains for the investor will become harder and harder to obtain, because the way and the mechanisms that these tokens are being created are the same way that people make money in stocks. It's all who gets in on the private placement. It's all who gets in before the token gets listed, because they have an advantage, right? And this was kind of the opposite with a lot of the tokens that have already launched, like Tezos. Look at the people who bought Tezos. Look at the people who bought some of these other tokens that had an ICO. When they launched, I don't remember exactly the prices that people got in on and the price it launched at, but a lot of times it was the same thing, people losing money. But you know, I'm not a fortune teller, guys. I just know that a lot of this stuff that you're seeing on the news, and you know, the altcoins not even making a run. I mean, the altcoins literally, you know, you might say, dude, you should have bought Bitcoin, you should have bought this. I always hear people say what I should have bought, but I never see these people that bought these tokens make any goddamn videos. All I see is people losing because they're buying at the very top. That's what I always see. So, you know, taking a step back here in the crypto space is always good, because crypto, you know, it pretty much is everything. And we see the government's kind of rallying around that. It's kind of, you know, with the Trump being pro-crypto, this is kind of the first time that crypto has actually been putting on the front line and center of stuff for people to actually be like, okay, well, the U.S. government is building a crypto reserve. You know, this guy, you know, Trump has done a 180 on crypto, and, you know, all these people are now pro-crypto and this, that. But crypto is the same thing. It's always been. It's just growing. And, you know, I'm looking for opportunities in the stuff that haven't grown yet, has not grown to their full potential. And I don't think World Liberty Token, I don't think a centralized node operating CBDC is any different from a government issued CBDC. Drop it in the comments if that makes any sense to you, because that's all this is. Would you rather have a CBDC issued by the government, or would you rather have a CBDC introduced by Donald Trump, with him being node operator and him dictating what the CBDC does? So you're going to have a lot of this, guys. You're going to have a lot of people, because a lot of the governments have already been building out crypto reserves. You know, who do you think the hackers were in South Korea or North Korea? The government. They have all these coins already. They have all these huge bags of coins, and then they create derivative products on these coins. You know, if you have a big bag of Bitcoin, you can create 1 million tokens off derivative products. You can open up a crypto exchange. That's exactly what they've done. And I think moving on to the future, it'll be harder and harder to find the gains unless you're watching this channel, because this channel is really only geared towards finding the opportunities that aren't blatantly in your face, or blatantly in your face, right? Blatantly, something like that. So what have I been investing in recently? Well, I told you guys Zcash and Dash were on the radar. My most recent purchase as of last Thursday, again, something like that. You guys like when I do that. So it's BACHG, okay? And because I feel that Bitcoin Cash is going to still be a top running coin. There's going to have to be something that pulls from a side narrative that isn't front line on the news for every dumb investor to gobble up. And I think Bitcoin Cash is that coin. And I'm looking for those premiums to increase based on that private lockup period coming up in expiration in April, right? The private placement was in October of last year. 6 months later, it'll be April. Again, something like that. So my point is that's what I'm looking at buying, guys. I'm looking at increasing my position in BCHG, thinking these prices on these coins, Zcash, Dash, Bitcoin Cash, and, even BSV. Some people have rolled BSV out. These just might be new lows that we have to explore moving into the future, because that might be all we have moving into the future. Other than that, it might be, you might be buying Donald Trump's butthole coin, or, Michael Jackson's pimple coin. I mean, you could have the dumbest stuff arise and people gobble it up, because that's exactly what they do. They want to buy something that is already up in price thousands of percents, while simultaneously the exchange they're buying from it becomes unavailable to trade the coin as the price is increasing. Then when the price returns back to those lower levels, then you're suddenly being able to trade it again. Drop it in the comments, guys, and let me know.